I've already primed my lids using my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in the color Original. So now I'm picking up this white color right here. It's called Sails, and I'm using a Luxe crease brush from Zoeva, and I'm just very gently placing this on the inner part of my eye. And we're just gonna let this sit here for now. Then I'm picking up this hot pink color called Bahamas, and I'm using the same brush by Zoeva, and I'm just lightly dipping my brush into my palette before I'm placing this on the center of my eye, and also blending it into the white in my inner corner. And I'm just gradually adding more color, building up the intensity. Also making sure I get the color as close to the lash line as possible. And I'm also bringing this color up into the crease. And I'm kind of using the clean side of my brush just to blend it into the white up here. And I'm also bringing it up towards the brow bone, just a tiny bit above the crease. And then with this hot pink in place, I'm going in with this hot purple. It's called Cannes. And I'm using this on the outer third of my eye. And I'm just dipping into the color before I'm placing it on my eye. Gradually building up the color. And also blending it into this pink color at the edge. And blending it outwards a little. And then I'm just very carefully brushing off any excess product there might be using a powder brush. Before I'm picking up a clean fluffy brush, this one is from Sephora and the color Monte Carlo, and I'm just lightly dipping into the color before I'm going over the edges up towards the brow bone with this nice soft pink color, just to smooth everything out and create a super soft transition. And then I'm just dipping back into that white called Sails and just going over this area here, making sure everything is nice and smooth. For my under eye area, I'm picking up a stiffer angled shader brush from BH Cosmetics and the color Seychelles. It's this beautiful, beautiful blue shimmer shade. And I'm just going to pack that on by stamping my brush in all the way under my eye. And also kind of winging it out a little, like this. This is incredibly easy to work with, but it has a little bit of fallout. Then with the blue mostly out of my eyes, I'm going back into this color Can right here. It's the nice purple shade. And we're kind of just filling this in closer to the blue. Just winging this out a little bit together with the blue, just deepening up the color in the edge here. And then for highlight, I'm going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Loose highlighter in the color Snowflake. I'm tapping some into the lid of the container. Then I'm picking up a Real Techniques Essential Crease brush. This is a kind of smaller, fluffy brush. And I'm just placing this in my inner corner, whoops, in my inner corner, blending it into that nice white and blue, and also placing this on my brow bone. I totally forgot one step. I am going to add this pink shimmer color Palermo right here in the center. I'm going to add that to the center of my eye, and I'll just be using my finger for this, just to add a hint of a glitter on the eye itself. I actually picked up too much color on my finger right now, so it's having a little bit of fallout, but that's fine. I'll just brush that away later on. And as you can see, this is insanely pigmented, so I'll have to do some blending. I'm just going to blend this out with this brush that we already used a ton. And for my lower lash line, I'm going in with this ColourPop BFF volumizing mascara. This is in the color Kiss N TEAL. Looks like this. I've never tried this before, so that will be exciting. Hopefully it matches my under eye more or less okay. And it has a super huge brush, which is awesome for your upper lashes, but a little bit more tricky for your lower lash line. The color is so close to the Seychelles color that I have there in already that almost doesn't show. So with this teal mascara on, that concludes this look. It was super fun to create, and I actually really like how it turned out. I think it's super fun, super cool, and it really shows the full potential of this palette. So this will be my final look using the Riviera palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. So for my thoughts on this palette, when I first saw the packaging, I kind of expected this to be mostly blue tones and gold tones like the front of the palette. And let's be honest, I have all the Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes since the self-made palette. I bought every single one of them and I like them all, although some are more favorites than others. And so when I saw this outside, I was thinking like this would be mostly blues and golds, which is not me, but I can still make it work. So imagine I was surprised when I saw the inside, and I was like, my first thought was that, wow, this is beautiful. This is definitely going to be my favorite palette ever. And after having tried all these shades out, besides from this seaside right here in this color Mediterranean, I think that I wasn't entirely wrong. I love all these shimmers that I've tried. They are so nice, so buttery, go on so easily. They do have some fallout, but it's not difficult to just swipe that off using a powder brush or any other fluffy brush, so it won't ruin your makeup even if you did foundation first, like I always do. As for the mattes, I will say that I like this one, all of these, and then the only one I have had any issues with is the dark brown color called Palm. I have two issues with this. One of them is that it's a little bit difficult to work with. It doesn't go on as nicely and as smoothly as the other colors. It doesn't blend out as easily. And the other thing is that in pan, it looks like a pretty plain brown, but on the eye, I find that it kind of turns, at least in my skin tone, it kind of turns a little bit more red, or like it kind of goes to the pink side, which is fine, but it's not what I'm expecting when I see this color in pan. I know some people have said they had issues with this color Bahamas and also this purple color Can, and said that they went on patchy or that they were difficult to blend. I didn't have any problems with these colors. They blended out nicely on my skin, both into each other and also into the other colors that were on my eyes, like Sales or Monte Carlo. They didn't look patchy or anything. They super pigmented, go on like a dream. I really don't have an issue with any of those colors. So in conclusion, before I did this look, after I'd only used like the more neutral colors for my first two looks, I was a little bit like, I'm not super impressed with this palette. Like the shimmer shades that I tried at that time were Inheritance and Yacht, you know, this gold color and this kind of other golden color, and they were nice, but I was still like, yes, this is nice, but I don't think this is gonna knock my other favorites by Anastasia off their throne. And those are, by the way, the Norvina palette and the Subculture palette. But after having tried all these other colors and all the other shimmers out as well, I will say that I do love this palette and I will probably get a ton of use out of it. Will it knock the Subculture and the Norvina palette from its throne? I don't know, like it depends. We'll just have to see. We will have to see like which palette I reach for, which one I keep using in the future, but this far I'm really pleased with this one. Except from the brown palm shade, there aren't any duds for me. I love all these shades and I will definitely go into seaside and Mediterranean at a later point. So all in all, I do love this palette. I think if you like these colors, you should definitely get it. If you don't like the colors, then you should probably skip, but shouldn't you always if you don't like the colors? So yeah, that's it. I hope this was useful. I hope you liked these tutorials / reviews. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up, and if you have any comments, any questions, any wishes for future looks, products you want me to try out, or anything else, just leave them in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video, then you can also hit the notification bell. That way YouTube will notify you when I upload something new. I think that was it for today. Until next time, take care. Bye!